According to sleep surveys, Singaporeans are among the world's most sleep-deprived people. Many of them experience episodes of daytime sleepiness. That is terrible. For us, yes, right? So it's true, actually. Excessive daytime sleepiness is one of the biggest problems associated with sleep deprivation. And I really love that Singaporeans are so serious about the importance of sleep for their health, that it's in the newspapers. We sleep for the brain, and we also sleep for the body. And when we don't sleep, we have problems with the brain and the body. And when we do sleep well, it helps ensure that we can age properly. So sleep is essential for all aspects of our health and well-being. Sleep is a dynamic and actively produced brain state with accompanying changes to physiology. Sleep is not static or passive. We do not turn off during sleep. Some brain regions are more active during sleep than they are during wake. And some hormones, like growth hormone and melatonin, are secreted selectively during sleep. So when we talk about good sleep quality, there are three elements that we should consider. The first is the depth of sleep. Is it deep and restorative? This, again, is probably related to slow wave sleep. Next is the duration. Do we sleep for a long enough time? And we typically recommend sleeping 7 to 8 hours per night. Finally is continuity. Do we sleep continuously without waking up frequently throughout the night? So all three define good sleep quality, and problems with any of these aspects can cause health problems. Okay, so this is important to be aware of because evening blue light exposure before we go to sleep can delay melatonin onset and make it difficult to fall asleep, and it can suppress melatonin secretion, which makes it harder to stay asleep during the night, and it revs us up, causes arousal. So short sleep is also associated with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And sleeping too short or having poor quality sleep makes it difficult for our bodies to regulate glucose. This figure shows that people with short sleep duration are about 30% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes compared to people who get sufficient sleep, since they have short sleep and disrupted circadian rhythms. Exposure to light at night shuts down the melatonin secretion. So when a night shift worker is working at the night, they have reduced melatonin levels in their body. And melatonin is thought to be protective against cancer. So accordingly, female shift workers are at an increased risk of breast cancer, and male shift workers are at an increased risk of prostate cancer, partially due to poor sleep and partially due to the low melatonin levels, and also a disturbance in their circadian system. Okay? So, all of those are some, but not all, of the important reasons why we sleep for the body. Sleep is also important for memory and cognition. That is, how well we use our brain. Even one night of poor sleep quality negatively impacts our attention span, our memory, and our ability to learn. So sleep deprivation also causes cognitive impairments that are equivalent to being legally intoxicated or drunk on alcohol. This was another experiment that showed that cognitive performance on a hand-eye coordination task, so relevant for driving, after a single day without sleep was similar to performance after consuming alcohol to a 0.1% blood alcohol concentration, which is the legal limit for intoxication in the United States. Okay, so altogether, it's clear that getting good sleep in young adulthood and middle age will help protect against age-related cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease, and mood and psychiatric disorders. And this is particularly an important message for young people since Alzheimer's disease rates are increasing in Singapore and around the world. So insomnia becomes more prevalent with old age. Almost 50%, it's half of the adults over 60 years old experience insomnia. And this is important because the effects of age-related insomnia include memory loss, irritability, and depression. We think that reduced melatonin is thought to cause age-related insomnia, or contribute to it. Melatonin can have some anti-aging effects, it looks like. So these were from some studies that were done in mice, but they may be applicable to humans as well. Melatonin administration to mice was shown to increase the lifespan of the mice. They were living longer. So in addition to lifespan, it improved their immune system and reduced tumor, cancer growth, and reduced fat of the animals, and increased their metabolism, improved their metabolism. So not only were the mice living longer, but they were living healthier. So in English, right, and everyone's familiar, we have the expression, you should get your beauty sleep, right? And it's true. Regular sleep has been associated with fewer signs of aging in facial skin and better tissue tone, okay? Getting sufficient sleep in quality and duration is associated with skin collagen production, less wrinkles, less dry skin, increased blood flow to the skin, so the skin looks less pale, less puffy eyes, right? Look at my puffy eyes. Healthier hair, less hair damage and breakage, and overall healthier appearance. So sleep helps us appear more youthful and healthy looking and attractive. Okay, so melatonin may also play a role in skin health and improving the aging effects on the skin. So it's not just sleep, but it seems like melatonin as well. So melatonin is more than just a sleep hormone. There are melatonin receptors, so receptors that melatonin can act on in many human skin cells and in hair follicles. Melatonin is a free radical scavenger, so it's an antioxidant. Melatonin has anti-inflammatory effects. Melatonin may be protective against ultraviolet UV mediated damage to our skin. And finally, there's some studies that showed melatonin formulations can be applied topically onto the skin as an antioxidative defense system against UV-induced skin aging. Sleep is essential to maintaining health of the body and the brain. Proper sleep can help us to avoid health problems like obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Proper sleep can help us avoid mental health problems like depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's disease, it looks like. Sleep does in fact change across the lifespan, we know that. But sleeping well is a key to overall health and successful aging. So with that, I say to everybody, sleep well and be well. Thank you.